Hey guys, in this video I'll be going over autopilot for the MiG-21. So first you have to power it on. On the right side there's two power switches, AP and AP pitch. Make sure both of them are on. The autopilot control panel is on the left side here. Also, the big red button on your stick will turn off all autopilot modes. The big button on your stick on the right side is the autopilot recovery button, which I'll talk about in a couple seconds. So the autopilot has four modes. It has stabilizing mode, recovery mode, altitude limit mode, and landing mode. So first is stabilizing mode. So if you come to this panel and you click the button and the green light turns on, it will basically dampen your stick out and it will make the plane smoother. It makes the plane smoother, but it also doesn't give you as much direct control over the stick. So it's just kind of your preference whether or not you like it. One note is no matter what you do, do not have stabilizing mode on during takeoff or landing because it makes it really hard to take off or land the plane. So if you're taking off or landing, make sure you turn off the stabilizer mode, and you can turn it off by clicking the red button on the stick. So next is recovery mode. So recovery mode basically just makes your plane fly straight and level. So you click this button on your stick right here, and it will make your plane basically just fly straight. So this is pretty useful if you need to mess with something or be clicking on some switches and you don't really have time to be paying attention, making sure you're flying straight. You can just click this and then not have to worry about it. Once again, you can turn it off by clicking the red button. So next is altitude limit mode. So the way this works is once your plane gets to a certain altitude, it will automatically pull up to make sure you don't crash. So in order for this mode to work, you need to have the radar altimeter on. So you come to the right side of the plane and you flip up this switch that says radar altimeter. And then below, in front of the stick, you can select what altitude you want it to work at. So let's just say I want it to work at 400 meters. Then what you need to do is come to the autopilot panel and you want to flip up altitude limit. And I'm going to point my plane down. And once I get to 400 meters, the plane is going to automatically pull up for me to make sure I don't crash. So you can see I'm flying the plane down now. I'm at 900 meters. Once it hits 400 meters, it's going to automatically pull the plane up for me. So you could hear the warning came on, and the plane took control of the stick, and now it pulled the plane up. One thing to note, if you do not have the autopilot limiter on, but if you still keep this knob at 400 meters, it will still play the warning noise for you, but the autopilot won't do anything. So you can see if I get to 400 meters, you can see right now it's playing the warning siren, but it's not pulling me up. Well, I'm pulling it up, but the autopilot's not doing anything because it's off. Also, one thing to note, if you do have the autopilot on for the altitude limiter, once you get below that altitude and the plane pulls you up, this green light will come on. So if I turn it on now, you can see the green light's on, it's going to pull me up. And once I get back above 400 meters, the green light will turn back off. So you can see it's off now. The last autopilot modes are the landing modes that are activated with these buttons right here. Now these modes are very heavily connected to the navigation system, and since I already made the navigation video, I decided to go over those modes in that video. So if you want to do the autopilot landing mode, make sure to watch the navigation video because it wouldn't make any sense to put it in this video because I would have to explain the whole navigation system. That was autopilot for the MiG-21. Thanks for checking out the video, and I'll see you later.